Good to go?
Yeah.
Oh, that surfboard almost came down on you. What? Good to go? How Mao brown cow. How Mao brown cow. Aloha and welcome to the Hoppy Hale. What's up, my hoppy homies? Is that a thing? We're gonna make that a thing. Aloha. Welcome to the Hoppy Hale, where we shoot the cruise, drink some brews, and maybe, just maybe, talk about the news, but probably not, because there's more important things to talk about, and the news is a fucking drag most of the time. So, welcome back, my hoppy homies. Today, we'll be drinking Voodoo Ranger by New Belgium. I was trying to look for Halloweener beers, but we're in a little town called Hilo that doesn't participate in Halloween, I guess. So it was very hard to find a beer that was festive other than the Oktoberfest. So we got Voodoo Ranger. I got it because there's a skeleton, right? It's kind of Halloween-y, right? Ish. So I tried to keep it with the times. So is it coming down? You gotta get up then. It's gonna fall down. I told you it was gonna fall down on you.
You did this.
I didn't do that. You
You know I was gonna sit here.
You leaned right into it. I told you it was gonna fall when you leaned into it. Anyway, so let's get to going. Let's try some of these beers. All right, Stace, which one are you gonna try first?
I want to shoot for the 1985.
Let's do the 1985. And she was losing her absolute marbles about the can. Losing her marbles. She was like, "Oh my gosh, the design, Cobra Kai, fucking fanny pack." What else were you asking?
What's that? The hat is a Tom Cruise movie.
Was it Top Gun?
Top Gun. Isn't that what the hat's from?
I have no idea. I never watched Top Gun.
Yeah, what?
I never watched Top Gun. But
You
what?
gave me crap about not watching it.
I never watched Top Gun. But so let's get into that. But talking about that, they're remaking Top Gun, right, Stash? Or remade it.
We saw something like
Yeah, they're remaking it or they've remade it. What do you think about that? I feel like we've at this generation, at this stage in our lives, they're only remaking things, right? What do you think about that?
we lack creativity.
Do you think?
And it's good that they're getting back to that, but just the whole relacking.
Do you think we're getting back to it and we're getting back into it and maybe we'll start creating it again, or do you think they're just lazy and we can't think of new things, so we're recreating old shows or recreating old models of cars and shit like that, you know what I mean?
I don't know, it's hard because if you think about it, when you watch Glee, for example,
Mhm.
like Glee takes you back to the 80s. All those songs, like, if I'm not mistaken, I thought the director was like in love with the 80s, you know what I mean? So maybe he's from the 80s, so maybe the guys nowadays are like the kids of these 1980s people. Like, you know what I mean?
I understand that, but Glee was an original.
Yeah.
So you can make original movies or screenplays that reference the past, but they're originals.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not, like, for instance, right? One of the movies that I fucking hate that they remade, right, is...
You told me you liked the remake.
But I hated that they remade it. They should have named it something
you liked
else.
The second one.
Fuck that.
I didn't like the original.
Get the fuck out of here. You're fired. You can turn in your resignation papers on Monday. No. Point Break is they should have just named it something else. But I think they had to name it Point Break Yeah, that's this one.
Nice.
It matches the
What is
the
it?
can. I don't know. I didn't even read it.
Oh, it's IPA with mango flavor and spice.
It's actually really good. It does taste like mango. Yeah, it does taste like
Great.
mango.
This is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is good. But the movie was alright, but they should not have named it Point Break because it wasn't. Point Break is robbing banks, surfing waves, and partying. That's Point Break. Bottom line, that's Point Break. And this new one was like, I don't know, stick it. It was almost like Stick It to the Man, huh? Like they were like taking down things, and it was extreme sports, but it wasn't. It wasn't Point Break, and I felt offended that they tried to remake the fucking Shways. It's the fucking Shways, man. You don't remake, like, even like Roadhouse. They're talking about remaking Roadhouse. Just name it something else. You don't remake fucking Shways movies, man. You just don't, right? But yeah, that brought me straight into. You brought me straight into the. So you heard about there's like Girl Meets World and stuff too now, right? The remakes. One Halloween episode that really scared the shit out of me was the Boy Meets World Halloween
I did not know which one.
episode.
Yeah.
That fucker was scary, bro.
I have a favorite scene.
What scene was that?
When the guy gets stabbed in the hand with a pencil, and then Eric comes along.
Oh my gosh.
I think no, it was.
This is on fucking Disney Channel.
It was it wasn't Eric. I think it was the brother. What is?
The brothers. Oh, the younger brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes up to the wall where the guy was posted, and he's like, cause the guy slides down against the wall, and then he goes up to the wall, and he's like, he was this tall. That was my favorite scene.
I don't even remember that scene. Boy Meets World episode. Halloween episode. Let's go images. Yeah, so that one scared the shit out of me. Yeah, there's a picture here with Feeny.
Yeah.
Feeny's got scissors in his back. Oh, right here's the scene. That's a fat fucking pencil. You ever had one of those pencils when you were growing up?
I forget how it looks like.
One of those bambucha fucking pencils that were super fat, and you had to like fucking use your whole hand. There's some over here that like your whole hand, but yeah, that was one of the scariest ones, for me. And I always remember the
We should watch it again, actually.
I don't even know where you find these.
Right?
Like, do you have to buy the whole seasons on them? Mr. Feeney was a G though. He was a homie. He didn't fuck around. You couldn't get nothing past Mr. Feeney.
Yeah.
But he was always so cool about it. Yeah. Like he was just like.
I don't ever remember him getting mad, disappointed.
Yeah.
Like raising his voice.
Yeah, he never
And
needed to.
There's actually a lot of teachers here.
Even like he never needed to lose his composure. He just taught, like he just fucking taught regular, like no problem, right? You remember going back to those days? You remember Pogs?
Yeah.
You ever played Pogs? Like
Yeah.
a lot. You played
someone
Pogs a
cry.
lot, huh?
I made someone cry because I won.
With a Pog? Oh, I thought you fucking hit him.
No.
You just beat him. You took his whole stack. You play for keeps.
Yeah. You know who it is too?
Who? Your cousin?
No.
Who? Lip it again? Oh.
Yeah. Imagine and he wasn't that big. by
He was
then.
probably still somewhat
tiny.
big though. Oh, he was tiny?
Well, he was small.
Was
I
he a
was
newborn?
big,
Because he's
that's
fucking
why.
huge.
I was big back then, so.
Yeah, Pogs were the shit. I remember when I was in middle school. Courtney my sister used to bowl, right? Oh, almost. You trying to knock everything over.
Set me up.
So my sister used to bowl for high school, and then at the bowling alley, so there's that bowling alley we all used to go to. She used to practice and stuff. And at the bowling alley, there used to be just kids all over the ground, like sprawled out, like in the mud, like Vietnam or like freaking army training, army, whatever, in the mud, just sprawled out all over the floor. And you would just hear, there was, and then we were just playing Pogs everywhere, just kids everywhere, like 30 kids all over the floor. People would have to like walk around like, oh, excuse me, oh, watch out, oh, blah, blah, blah. And you're just, one knee up in that stance, and all you hear is just slapping, just that paper on paper business with that one staple, and just. But it was more like clapping because there was so much kids playing, like just that, giving that paper to business, that paper on paper crime. And there was just there was so much kids playing at that time that it sounded like a jazz concert just had ended and everyone's just snapping, or someone just hit a killer slam poem and everyone was just finger snapping. But I remember playing that, and no matter where you played it, it was like it was a dangerous event, because you're going from up above your head just full force at the ground, and sometimes it pays off and you flip that whole stack. You take all of that, all of brother's, all of his Pogs in one crack. But sometimes you just fly too close to the sun and your fingertips just graze the ground, and you got either you got cuts or you got like 3rd degree road rash. Or in the bowling alley, I'm pretty sure I remember it was rug. So you would get burned, or like you dislocate a finger because you hit the ground going 40 with just your middle finger. I don't even remember how I used to throw the Pogs. You remember how you used to throw the Pogs? You put it flat in your hand and you flip it. We had Pogs.
I'm looking for it.
Oh, you are looking for it. I don't know where it is though. But we had a whole thing of Pogs ready to get it going. But there was this one kid. This one kid used to bring a whole. I don't know where the fuck he used to get all these Pogs. I think, I don't know. He had someone making them for him, some Oompa Loompas or something. But he had a whole backpack full of Pogs, and you would give him like $1, and he would let you reach your whole hand in and grab as much as you could out of his bag. So, and then he would win them all back like a dick. It was a hustle. But anyway, so he would let you do that. So we would give him $1, and we'd put our, and if you're gonna give him $1, you made sure you wore a long sleeve shirt. But your right hand, or your whatever handed you were, it was a little loose on the arm part, the wrist part. So you would stick your hand in there and be like a monk, but you would loosen that side up a little bit so it was a little open, and you'd put your hand in there, and you'd have someone distract him, and you would just shove as much Pog down your arm as you could. But then he caught on eventually, and he would time us. But you, at the first part, you get 3 handfuls, because you get it and then you shove it in, and someone was bingo, and someone he'd be distracted. You just shoving all the pogs in your arm, and then he's like, "Hey, enough," and he pull it off. You're like, "Yeah, that's all I got," and then you go run to the bathroom because or else he'd see it fall out of your pocket or your arm holder. We got pogs here. Let's see if I got it. What do you used to start? Look at this fucking. There's a cheater pog too. These fat ones. You ever had these fat ones? It's like full plastic.
I used to put quarters in my pants and staple them together.
You used to put.
But that's not how I want.
That you're a cheater.
You just said how you would sneak pogs in your sleeves, and you're calling me a cheater.
Yeah, I think this is how I used to do it, like a thing, like I just. And
No,
that's
you
why
did
we're not good. I was not good.
Who hits like that?
I don't know. I'm not in my stance. You gotta be in a full. You gotta be in a full freaking Ninja Turtle stance. One knee down. Left arm in a athletic position. On the table. You're not gonna be able to see it.
There you go. I'll really
Almost. Let me do it. Yes. Fuck it.
You missed the whole thing. You're so mad.
Fucking keeps, bruh. I still got it. Took me a couple tries, but I still got it. But yeah, that was a fucking workout in itself, man. Back in the day, used to get. But I think you got little damage in the nerve endings from playing Pogs. So you used to just whip that shit at the ground, just fucking full force. You know what I mean? We used to just get it. But I miss Pogs. I think Pogs should come back. I think it would teach kids a lot about, losing. A lot of kids don't know about losing these days.
like giving it your all and just losing, or like having a fat ass stack and like you have to hit it straight on and not like come at it at an angle because then that's not true.
Oh, I used to smack it from the side too. Bro, Hilo Union, man, we used to when kids had fat stacks like that, we used to run by and just snatch the whole stack and run. But
Didn't get very far, huh?
now we did. I don't know why we did that though, because it's like
Because you were a troublemaker.
you're not even wearing a mask or anything. They know who stole all the pogs, and you're not even running that far. You only can go to the next class. It's not like you can make it, out anywhere. You can't really run. Can we get a time check? Where we at? Where we at time check? 4:50. So, we do. I do have the time. I have the time on the laptop right in front of me. Mm-hmm. That one was really good.
It was good. This is probably my favorite run, and I guarantee I'm not gonna like the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably shouldn't have started with that one.
Yeah, I just fell in love with the can.
I know, you really enjoyed the can. I'm gonna go with America. American Haze. American Haze. Got the red, white, and blue. Brother got the guitar on the back. The bandana.
I like how we make the skull with the silver tooth. I mean, a gold tooth.
Go to. Look. What's your my favorite the kind of accent explanation is from The Office. What episode was that? So if people want to look it up, The Office.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They were playing a game, and it was also when.
It's season 6. It says here.
Stands off.
Huh?
Peter stands
That's the one.
Yeah.
So what? That's season 6. And that's what. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what the episode is called.
Perhaps. Yeah. Stand
Oh, look at that.
up. No, I think it's murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10th episode.
Season 6, episode 10.
Yeah.
Murder is called. And Andy, right? Andy, I don't know if can I even quote this.
Yeah, you can.
Andy says you got this like Florida panhandle thing going, whereas you really want more of a Savannah accent.
Oh my gosh, that
Which-
was.
which
do it
is
again.
which is more like molasses just sort of spilling out of your mouth.
Gave me chicken skin. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Talk to me like that tonight.
That. Excuse me. We're live. We're live right
They
now,
want it too.
dude.
They can get it too.
You guys want it? You guys can get it. But that is probably the best explanation of.
The difference in not accent.
Yeah, accents, cause even I mean, cause we're from Hawaii, right? We have different words, but we all sound the same, yeah. Like we use
Like-
different words, but it's all pidgin, if that makes sense.
Like you can have like different people talk pidgin and you know who's from here and who's not. Can you pick up on something now? Like
Based like if they're from the mainland, I'm sorry, not the mainland. If they're from America, oh yeah, a fake pidgin accent, you can definitely tell. But if it's someone from Hawaii, unless you're listening to certain words they're using, you cannot tell what island they're from. You know what I mean? Like, pigeon is pigeon. You're like, oh, this guy's from Hawaii, and then you look for different words. Like, I haven't been to Maui in a while, but when I was growing up, one of the words that Maui used to use, like a lot of people from Maui, used to be Murph. Murph was one of them.
it's been a while since I heard that.
Yeah, it's like muscular, like Murph. I guess one that you'd never heard of, right, from here, was oily.
Yeah, I never heard of.
You never heard oily.
Yeah.
One from Kauai is they call every guy, right?
That's Kauai.
I think it's Kauai. I never heard anybody but Trav guy say whole guy. Right? Do you know any more from Kauai?
No, I think you're right.
What about Oahu? I don't know any from Oahu. Nah, you know what came from Oahu? The wax eyebrows for gentlemen.
Wow.
That did come from Oahu, though.
No,
Guarantee.
there are people here that do it.
No, there are, but the box cut, like the Eva, the one like
The Eva. Wow.
the Eva cut. That's what they call it, right? The Eva
Shout
cut.
out to you, Eva boys.
Shout out to the Eva boys. Oh,
Comment below.
one thing that
Show us your eyebrows.
eyebrows on
Tell us where
fleek
you got
though.
it done at.
Eyebrows on
So
fleek,
your girl
bruh.
can hit it up.
One thing too, Oahu was always like on fat gold chain. Maui is silver. Maui is silver chains.
What is it?
Hilo, fucking chicken fighters. Nah, I don't know what is Hilo. No more surf shorts. I don't know. You seen from the outside looking in.
Well, not this age. I deal with uncles, you know what I mean? Like, uncles.
What else? Yeah, Maui had the old black. No, was it black? No, white. I think white tees. I think it was white. Just straight white tees. Or was it black? I think it was black actually. Straight black tees, like the ones that are like, kind of too big. That's Maui's one of my cousin guys used to always run that. That's why when we met that kind guy's sons, I was like, oh, these fuckers is from Maui. You can tell when they came to Oahu. And he made him.
Oh,
I was like, oh, and I told you, I was like, oh, yeah, I was like, oh, they look like my cousins, bro. When I used to go to Maui when I was younger.
The jeans and then the
Jean shorts and just,
Jordan slippers or whatever.
yup, white socks and just a black straight plain black t-shirt, and then one silver chain. Tell me if I'm wrong, but that's just what I remember when I was, growing up. So that's the only difference. I'm sure. I wonder how many. You know what's funny is there's probably in states as big as like Texas, or big southern states. They probably have different accents. Oh my gosh, almost party fouled. Drunk already. They probably have different accents, like 100 miles away, kind. Like they just sound different from their neighboring.
I noticed here like there are different mannerisms. Like I just helped a guy from Middle East yesterday.
Oh, that's
Different.
deep though. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, versus someone here in town.
Fuck, that is conjure. Was he weird?
Yeah.
He was different, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they see a lot of new people, that's why. He probably knows every single person in his town.
He was talking stories like one of my coworkers, because apparently there's only a few people that like, I guess it's one of those towns like everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
And then like, one of my coworkers goes fishing there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, oh yeah, one guy over. The customer came in and was like, oh yeah, one guy over here used to fish over there, and there was only one person I know that does, and that was my one coworker.
He
And
lives.
And then for sure, my coworker comes inside in the store, and the guy from Middle East was talking stories, and they knew like they didn't know each other, but they knew of each other.
He lives in Millie.
Mm-hmm.
That is even smaller. That's like a remote community in Ka'u, Millie. Cause there's like there's wherever like I can't even remember the cities in Ka'u. Like Nalehu. Waiuhinu and stuff, but Milili is like it's by itself. You gotta drive out 30 minutes out of Ka'u going south, and then you gotta drive like 30 minutes down a windy road to get to the people that live in Milili. So it's a very secluded place to grow up, or place to live. Like it's different, bro. So I have to go back to who, because Stacia ate beef stew last night. Who the fuck decided it was a good idea to put celery
Oh my goodness.
in beef stew? I need to know.
It's all to flavor. It's all to taste, you know.
Who thought though, like I'm gonna put some celery in this beef stew.
What do you think beef stew consists of?
Beef stew is beef, the sauce, carrots, potatoes, and rice. That's it. That's all shit. But in whoever's defense, everybody put celery in beef stew. So maybe it is a taste thing.
I just seen one right here. They put peas.
Ugh. Which part of America are they from? But like,
Celery.
bruh, but like celery is the worst tasting vegetable by far.
I don't think
Like
it
by
is.
far. Like
I think a red bell pepper is.
no fucking way. It's like vegetables made a stand to fight humans, and then
The
celery.
child was the celery.
Celery is like the far left or far right. Like they are the supremists, and everyone else is like, never mind. They only eat us every once in a while. But celery's like, fuck that, bro. I'm going all in. I'm gonna fight them for the rest of my life, for the rest of my existence. Like, if someone enjoys eating celery straight, like they just enjoy the taste of it, they have like that rare gene in them. Like if they, after a long day of work, they're just like, you know what, I'm gonna come home and I just gotta unwind, kick my shoes off, sit on the couch and just enjoy a fat fucking stalk of celery. If they just enjoy the celery taste, they have a gene, right? They're just different. They have a gene, a special gene that they will either eventually save the world because they're so different and they're so weird, or they are an imminent threat to the world because they will be a fucking, a super villain. You're either a superhero or a super villain if you like the taste of celery. And to me, honestly, I think you're a super villain if you just enjoy the taste of celery. Like, the only way that thing tastes good is if you just dunk it in peanut butter. Like, the whole thing is in peanut butter. Like, you take a small little thing of celery, and this is your peanut butter here. Small little thing of celery, and the whole thing's full of peanut butter now. You just open the peanut butter cap, you just peel it back, like that, and you just little thing, and you dunk the whole thing, and now your fingers are full of peanut butter too, right? And then everything from here to here is all peanut butter, and then you have to like take all the peanut butter off of everything, and then you chew it up and you eat it, and it's still not even that good. It's still barely edible at that point, right?
What did celery ever do to you?
I don't know what it ever did to me, but fuck celery, bro. It did something, and it really fucked in. It grinds my gears.
Your mom's a great cook, and I feel like you've never really had celery before. So where's this coming from?
You know why I didn't have celery?
Your deep hatred of celery
You,
stemmed from.
you know why I didn't have celery?
Why?
Because everyone in my family hates celery.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's like if one of your boys is scrapping with one dude, none of your boys should be friends with that dude. None of your family, none of your homies should be, shaking that dude's hand. And for me, that dude I'm scrapping with is fucking celery. And none of my boys and none of my homies better be down with celery. Because if not, you can take that stalk and get out of here. On another note, we're gonna go watch a movie tonight, right? We're gonna go watch Dune, and we went to the movies last weekend. Okay, so when you go to the movies, and you buy yourself some popcorn, or you buy yourself a drink with some kakimochi or some arare, whatever, however you say it, some mochi crunch. How much more words are there for that? Mochi crunch, kakimochi, arare.
I don't understand. You went the first two, and didn't even say. You weren't even gonna say mochi crunch.
I wasn't gonna say mochi crunch. Anyway, you buy yourself maybe some bonbons or a hot dog, a nachos. You get my drift. You buy yourself something from the concession, and you take that item into the movies to enjoy, the movie of your choice. When that movie's over, don't be that guy that leaves your shit that leaves your shit on the ground or on the seat or wherever, bro.
It was two adults. Thank you for
Two
bringing this up.
fucking healthy American adults. Yeah, they were not Hawaiian, they were American, and they just left their shit. And I'm just like, bro, don't be that guy that goes into the movies and takes shit in from the concession and then just leaves it on the ground or somewhere in the movies. When that probably just out of high school, in college, working his way through college worker is standing right by the door with the trash can.
Always.
Always. He's right there. He's welcoming.
And he's super nice. They're super nice.
They're very nice
Thank you,
people.
Thank you. Yeah.
Very nice people. Shout out to the people that work at cinemas that have to clean up after people. Lazy ass motherfuckers, bro. Quote unquote. Stacia said it. But they're waiting there, bro, with the thing. They're just like, give me all your trash. Give me all the trash that you brought in yourself. And they're just waiting there. They're like, bro, yep, whatever, blah, blah. They are not your mother or your parents or your whatever whatever you call the person that wipes your ass. They're not that person. So if you go into the movies and you buy something to eat at the concession, or you sneak some shit in, because everybody does, don't leave, or don't be that person that leaves their shit in there. Take it out and throw it away. Okay? That's all. That's all I gotta say about that. But please don't, because you're just fucking, you're fucking lazy. Your head, you're fucking lazy. You're fucking lazy, man. What the fuck? But yeah, man, just clean up after yourself. There's no need for people to have to clean up after you when you bring the shit in. They're here to clean up accidents. You know what I mean? Like you miss your mouth with the popcorn, it drops on the ground. To sweep that shit up. Like they're here for accidents, not for fucking wiping ass. So don't have someone wipe your ass, man. Come on. Anyway, well, we only got to try 2 of them. So, these will, we're gonna end it with that. End it on that high note. Voodoo Ranger. These 2 that I had was very good. The first one, the 1985, it's a variety pack, so it's a hoppy pack. How freaking appropriate is that? I didn't even notice that. It's a hoppy pack. Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack on the Hoppy Hale.
You didn't realize that?
That's a tongue twister. That's a tongue twister.
Do it again.
Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack on the Hoppy Hale. Should I say it 5 times fast?
Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack on the Hoppy Hale.
1.
Ranger Hoppy Pack on the Hoppy Hale.
Two.
Voodoo Ranger Pack on the Hoppy Hale.
Voodoo Ranger Pack. There we go. Okay. Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack on the Hoppy Hale. Voodoo Ranger. Yep. Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack on the Hoppy Hale.
It's not twister. It's just like you wouldn't say things.
Well, it's one of those things that like Haumau brown cow. Hauna brown cow. It's one of those things that you can work on your speaking. Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack on the Hoppy Hale. Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack on the Hoppy Hale. So we only tried 2. We tried the 1985 and the American Hazy, or American Haze. American Haze. For me, those 2 are delicious, right? Which one did you?
Well, actually, I tried to do that one. I like IPAs, so this is pretty good.
They're pretty good. So, shoot, we might do one tomorrow to try the other 2, or another time to try the other 2. Probably tomorrow. But yeah, we gotta get to a movie, dude. We gotta go watch Dune. So, thanks for tuning in. I hope the audio was a lot better. I tried to get closer to the mic. As you can see, I'm like leaning forward, like a fucking trying to get in there with it. Tune in next time. Thanks for stopping by. Huh? Yeah. So thanks for stopping by and stay hoppy.